And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for the brand new Marvel Cinematic Universe number 22 in the whole franchise, Marvel's Avengers Endgame. Non-spoiler, people, so don't worry, I'm not going to do one yet. Do one mine's tomorrow because a lot of things. First of all, I want to show you something cool that I got from the movie. I got this little thing. This little collectible tin thing from AMC. This thing is pretty cool. Had everything officially Marvel. That was pretty cool. You can go get one at the theater. Yeah. Let's talk about Avengers. Okay, so I'm gonna try to explain this movie without explaining this movie. So we all know what happens in the Avengers Infinity War. Now, spoilers for that movie. You have not seen the Avengers Infinity War. What are you waiting for? Catch up now. Literally, catch up. We all know what happened. Thanos came, got the Infinity Stones, snapped his fingers, and poof. Everybody's gone. Now, in this movie, well, half the universe was gone. Half, like 70% or whatever they said in the trailer. So, this movie is basically the team, what's left of the team, dealing with the fact they all lost. They all got their asses whooped, and they lost badly. Like, they lost so badly, they probably wish that they knew what the heck DC was. Maybe DC could have helped them. But that's how badly they lost. You have a miserable Thor. He's super sad. He feels he's the god of thunder. He couldn't even save his own planet of Asgard from being destroyed. He's lost to that. He tried to kill Thanos. He missed it by a mark. Should have went for the head. But yeah, Captain America suffered like a major loss since losing Peggy, I guess. And of course he lost Falcon and Winter Soldier as well. Black Widow failed as well. The opening of this movie just gives you the whole synopsis of how this movie is gonna be. But man, is it crazy. It's crazy. So basically the movie's literally, it's basically a mission to save the mission. That's what this movie is. You don't get that? Well, I'm going to repeat myself. I'm just going to say this. They do something that makes them try to redo what they lost. That's all I'm going to say. And now let's talk about what I loved about this movie. Pretty much most of it. There's a lot of things here I loved a lot. There's actually a great cameo. Cameo doesn't do anything. The cameo itself doesn't really, no lines, no nothing, but is in it. I was so happy that this cameo was in it. I was like, yay. And that's all I'm gonna say. I'll say that for tomorrow. So there's that. That was a great cameo. A lot of cameos actually in this movie, so I was super surprised about that, of how many cameos were in it. And most of them all serve a purpose. But yeah. So, and of course the dramatic stuff in this movie, seeing how everybody's so down, so depressed, and so like so broken, pretty much. They're all broken. Every single one of them, from Iron Man all the way to Captain America. They're all broken. They have no idea what the heck happened. They literally have never lost. Have you ever thought about it? They all have never lost. Because if they all would have lost before, they would have had Captain Marvel there. And Captain Marvel was in this movie, somewhat. And, they would have won all those times, even with her. But even without her, they all won the fight. This fight, well, the fight before that, for this one, they lost. And they still can't handle it. Now they got to try to fix their little mistake and try to fix what they can. And try to bring back everybody. And what I liked about this movie is that, yes, it starts off like a drama movie where you're watching it. But it doesn't feel like, okay, come on, get to the good stuff. We get it. We know where you're going with this. Come on. No, it's actually pretty intriguing because you don't know where they're going to do with this. There are certain characters in here, I didn't expect them to be like, okay, we got to do this quick. We got to do this ASAP. It's got to go in now. Let's do it now. We have certain characters who are so broken that they don't even be a part of it. And they just like, I'm stepping back. I'm just going to step back and do my own thing because there's just too much. We even got characters in this movie that weren't even in the fight from the last movie, are like, okay, we need to get in this fight now, and I'll explain more about that in the next one, because that character was like, and there's only two of them, so if you figure who they are, you should know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, this movie had everything that I wanted to have, and the ending to this is super satisfying, but also super sad. That's all I'm gonna say. Not in many words of why it's sad, but it's more of a it's a worried sad. I'm just gonna say that it's a worried sad because they could turn it around, and I just don't want them to do that. That's all I'm gonna say. Only because it's hard to say what it is when it's a big spoiler. I'll save it for tomorrow. But yeah, this movie had everything I wanted. There are some moments I'm like, okay, you could have done better without that. You didn't need that to be in this movie. But overall, I think this is my second favorite Avengers movie. Maybe my fifth. It's probably way lower when it combines to all the other Marvel movies in total. Only because there are certain things in here that I didn't like, but there's a lot of things in here I really liked. But overall, this movie's great. This movie's fun. I still love Infinity War a little bit more. I've seen this movie twice already. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say because, man, I want to talk about it so badly. But you gotta enjoy it. If you have been watching all the Marvel movies from day one since Iron Man all the way to now to Infinity War, you're gonna like this one a lot. You might have some moments where you're like, they could have done better without that. They didn't need that. Really, why that? But hey, it's still a great movie. It's still a great Avengers movie. Is it a great MCU movie? It's a good MCU movie itself, overall. But I had a lot of fun with it, and I cannot wait to actually talk about more about it tomorrow because I'm gonna spoil the heck out of it. So if you haven't seen it, and I spoil something for you, too bad. I apologize moving as of now. But you guys have been warned. Tomorrow, spoiler review of this movie. If you haven't seen the movie or read the spoilers of yourself yet, gonna talk about it nonstop. So yeah. Now, there's no after credit, but there's something at the very end that's possibly an after credit, possibly not. It doesn't show anything. That's all I'm going to say. It does not show anything, but there is something there. You take that as how you want to take it. If you want to, at the very end, you got to really, pay attention to it. And you let me know if you thought that was an after credit. Because a lot of people are thinking it's not an after credit. I stayed behind and I watched it and I'm like, possible. Could be something, could be nothing. But we'll talk about that tomorrow as well because that can also be a spoiler as well. But yeah, like I said, no actual scene for what's next, no Galactus, no Fantastic Four, no portals to the X-Men coming in, no, none of that. There is something at the end of it, but could be something, could be completely nothing. We just don't know. We're going to have to wait and see what happens because obviously this movie was basically a closure. This movie was a closure of 22 films of the original team of Avengers. That chapter is done. This is like one big TV show where it finally ends. I'll put it to this way. It's like you people who like Game of Thrones. Your show's about to end, right? It's definitely going to make the new Game of Thrones or whatever it is, or sequels or prequels to it, but it's gonna feel like it's Game of Thrones, but it's not Game of Thrones because the original show is over. And it's kind of like that. Marvel had 22 films that all lead up to the Infinity War, Infinity Gauntlet, and all that stuff, and that's over with. With this movie, it's over with. Moving forward, who knows what's gonna happen? It could be the 22 films of Galactus, moving to Galactus or something, or X-Men, or Fantastic Four, or Dormammu or somebody else. Heck, for all we know, they might even team up with DC and crack open the universe and fight the DC heroes and get their asses whooped. But still, we don't know. We just don't know. There are so many things in this movie that happened, but we can't talk about it because of the spoilers. And I'm going to go even more depth tomorrow because I have some ideas. I'll do a separate video for my ideas for the next movies. But, who knows what's gonna happen. I have a pretty good guess of what's gonna happen moving forward and what the next chapter is gonna be, but I'll save that for tomorrow. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it, and also please, people, don't spoil it for people who have not seen the movie yet. Just be cool about it. Just be like, yeah, I saw it. It was great. I hated it or whatever, and just be like, go see it for yourself. Do not spoil it for people who have not seen it, because a lot of people want to see it, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people can't see it because it's being beyond. It's breaking so many box office right now. I can't imagine that it's gonna beat Avatar right now. So hopefully my fingers are crossed for it. But we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it, and stay tuned for more. Thank you very much, and have a good day.